Oh, well, hey there, and thanks so much for dropping by the download once again. Well, today the proverbial full bag of stuff for you. Better hold on to your hats. Or wallets, more appropriate for this first item. Tokyo the scene. Just about everybody with a video camera turning up outside this restaurant. Why the media scrum? Well, all to see this man getting arrested. This Katsuzuki Nami, officially the head of LNG betting. But according to charges, chief scam artist of a con bilking at least $2 billion from investors. And special treat for you, a reporter's eye view of his arrest. This should be required viewing in journalism school. Well, somehow police finding the car to shoo Mr. Nami into before he was cut up like sushi. The alleged con man denying the charges of swindling some 37,000 investors. And sticking in Tokyo for a moment, and what's this? College pep rally? Go you fightin' accountants? Well, sort of. This mass rally by business-suited students, part pep rally and part protest, all over jobs. I'm not sure how this translates to his resume, but I'd hire him. And getting hired, key on the minds of hundreds of thousands of Japanese college graduates now entering the workforce at one of the worst moments in recent memory. The rally ending with a sort of mosh pits of job seekers, and this guy clearly egging them on. All of them hoping for the best, and all of them demanding that the government do more to help. And rounding out now, an item for you that's somewhere between the melee of our first item and protest of our second. This one taking us to Waitangi, New Zealand. Prime Minister John Key here, marking, what else? Waitangi Day, New Zealand's national holiday on its founding. All seems good until... Yeah, hands off indeed, mates. Mr. Key getting roughed up by several indigenous Maori protesters before security freeing him. Mr. Key unruffled, but not so Maori Affairs Minister Peter Sharples, knocked to the ground during the scrum. Mr. Key brushing off the attackers as little more than, quote, glory seekers. Well, at least they're certainly arrest seekers. 3 weeks ago, the question on many Washington smarties' minds was, so we have a new president. How long will the honeymoon last? Seems we have our answer, about 3 weeks. On the heels of some cabinet nominee missteps, Congress increasingly at odds with President Obama over his stimulus package. At issue, how much money should be spent and on what exactly. Lots of money. Democrats and Republicans fairly split on the issues, as is increasingly the Senate from the House. And even if the Senate votes soon, there are massive differences to be ironed out and big votes to be won in both chambers of Congress before the bailout becomes law. So America, and the rest of the world, frankly, waits and waits for a bailout bill. What to do? Well, at least New Yorkers won't have to wait. Not that New Yorkers ever wait. That's because New York now has its very own Bailout Booth. We are not making this up. For 2 days, anyone looking for a little extra scratch could just stop by the Bailout Booth, tell their sad story on videotape, and walk away with cash. From $50 to $300. Geez, 300 hammers for a sob story? Well, no wonder thousands lined up. Now, it's not quite free. It is a publicity stunt for an online auction site. But still, free money! The booth now closed in Manhattan, but moving to other cities soon. Meaning, if I'm off next week, you know right where to find me. For the second time in as many days, we're going to pass on the sass at the end. Rather, today, we're just offering up a story that, very honestly, gave us a very much needed injection of hope. Although it doesn't start very well, this is Pencil, the horse, in a bad place. Now, hours after Pencil didn't show back at his barn, his owner went searching, only to find Pencil up to his neck in this frozen Kentucky pond. Now, tractors were no good, the ice was too thin. Meanwhile, time passed while Pencil slowly froze. The only option, old-fashioned ropes and human muscle, and the will to rescue Pencil, which is exactly what happened. Pencil was pulled from the freezing water and, remarkably, after just a few minutes, was back on his feet. Now, the vets say that he's fine, somehow, which is basically the end of the story. Except to say, Pencil, you are clearly one tough horse, which is exactly why you give us hope. Well, that is your download. Hope to see you again tomorrow.